Hello everybody, welcome to Sunday Night Sewing Report Live. I'm your host Jennifer Moore, helping you discover your love of sewing, crafts, and DIY projects. Every week, Sunday nights at 7 o'clock, we talk about sewing and just sort of whatever I feel like chatting about. So if that sounds interesting to you, feel free to subscribe to this channel, The Sewing Report. So this week, I wanted to talk about sewing inspiration because I've been really bombarded by a lot of stuff lately that I personally have been finding very inspiring. So I want to kind of throw it out to you guys. Where do you get sewing inspiration? What are some best places to look or things to check out where every time you go there you're like, wow, I could totally do something like that? Or you see some colors or some fabrics or patterns or anything where you just get really excited about. So this week I was meeting my mom for lunch, and I went to this little area here in Tampa called Hyde Park Village. If you're ever in the Tampa Bay area, it is super cute. There's a lot of really cool shops, and there's lots of just really fun stuff. It's a great place to walk around. Plus, there's ample parking, and it's for the most part free. So it's one of my favorite spots here in Tampa. And I wanted to kind of show you some of the stories I was checking out, because as we head into summer of 2019, I'm just seeing a lot of fun patterns, fun colors that I am just loving. So let me show you some pictures. So this first photo, I don't usually go into the store, but this is Anthropologie. And the stuff is a little bit on the pricey side, but when I was in there, I just really saw a lot of stuff that I was like, this is pretty cool. I like the patterns. I really like particularly all the trims that are on some of the items. Like you can see these aprons here, really fun fabrics, loving the colors, and I just really like all the pom-pom trim. I didn't think I was going to get into pom-pom trim, but I'm finding more and more that I'm gravitating towards it. In fact, I'm thinking about ordering some more, so we'll see where that goes. And then on the left, you can see they had a bunch of really fun kitchen oven mitts and pot holders, and those are items that we can easily make. So I really like the one that looks like the French Bulldog. I think there's a lot you can replicate here. And obviously you don't have to pay Anthropologie prices. You can make it yourself. You can customize the fabrics. But I just really love what they had in the store. I don't normally buy a lot of stuff from Anthropologie, but I really like getting inspiration there. And I'll show you some other stuff that I saw. This is also at Anthropologie. They have a lot of really fun kitchen stuff. I actually do really like their like dishware and plates and a lot of the textiles they have. I just find going to stores like this are great because they always have the most on-trend stuff there, and you can really get a lot out of going, even if you're not shopping there yourself. I can always find something where I find myself wanting to dupe a lot of things, like seeing something like a dress or some sort of home item. I also see a lot of like kitchen towels and napkins where I'm like, I could easily embroider something and make it look just as good. Hopefully it can be a lot more cost effective. So I'm thinking about trying to find some items and maybe trying to dupe it or do my own version of it. But again, this is Anthropologie. I really like some of the stuff they've got going on. So if there are some favorite stores or maybe websites you go to, or even someone on Instagram was saying they follow a lot of Instagram accounts, let me know in the comments if you are joining us. What stores do you like to check out? What Instagram accounts, what websites where you can get a lot of like color and sewing project inspiration? This week I've just been like, I have a hard time executing some of this stuff, but I also kind of think to myself, you know what? It would be great if I could maybe try to do some of these projects, do my own spin on them, and maybe have some fun with it. So that's something I'm thinking about doing for the channel here. So this week I've actually been doing some sewing. I'm getting ready for Father's Day, so I'm trying to sew my stepdad some men's shirts. So I've been working on, I've been working on it this week, and there are so many videos. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do separate videos for each technique of the instructions, like doing flat felled seams, or I did like a mock flat felled seam, and I've also been doing a lot of like how I did my shirt pocket. I also monogrammed the pocket, so I'm really excited to get some of these videos edited, but I think from this one shirt project, I think I could probably easily do like 6 videos. and do like different techniques. And then at the end, maybe I'll do a wrap up, you know, like McCall 6044, and kind of do like highlights of making the shirt. But also I want separate videos for each of the techniques. Like I'm going to do a narrow hem. I'm going to do the shirt and collar stand. So if you are interested in making men's, women's, or children's shirts, I think this series hopefully will be helpful. I've learned a lot of lessons along the way. And I'm really excited because I think the shirts, they're actually on the sewing table in the back here. But, it's been really slow going. This shirt is I'm making 2 at a time. So this is taking me several days because I'm going kind of slow. I don't make a lot of men's shirts. It's been a long time since I've done a stand-up collar, and then I'm also doing cuffs, and I just ordered buttons because I didn't have any buttons that I really felt worked for the project. I didn't want the buttons to be too girly. I know. So that's what I'm working on this week, and I've been filming a lot. And that's the other thing that makes it go so slow, is because every time I do a step of the instructions, I have to set up the camera, make sure I get the angle right, and make sure I'm taping what I'm doing. So it's taking me a really long time to make some shirts, and I know it would be way cheaper to just buy some shirts, but I'm having a lot of fun making them. Okay, so I want to show you some other stuff. Okay, so other stores I've been going into lately, there's this really awesome store in South Tampa, also in Hyde Park, called The Paper Source. It is such a fun store to go into. Just look around, see all the colors, and also it's a good place to see like what kind of items are popular right now. Like I'm noticing a lot of pineapple, unicorn, and llama stuff. Also, they had some really neat sloth items, so a lot of really whimsical, cute, quirky stuff. And that's why I really like The Paper Source. So The Paper Source is the photo on the left here, and they just had a lot of just really neat stuff. I love going there. They also have a pretty good sales section, and you can shop online, and they do classes. So I went and I took was it a brush? It was like a hand lettering or a brush lettering class, and I think it was just a hand lettering class, and that was really fun. And then the photo on the right, I actually went into a Michael's a while ago, somewhat recently, and they had a lot of really fun summer decor items. And I think my takeaway from Michael's was they had a lot of really cool pillows. So again, you get to see like what kind of things are kind of popular in stores, and then maybe bring that to your own sewing. Like I really actually like all this pineapple stuff, and that made me want to make something pineapple. So maybe I will, but I got to figure out, I don't know if I have any yellow fabric. I do really want to do an apron or two. I think that would be a fun project. And I just really love going to all these places. And just, I'm not like a huge shopper, but when I go into these places, you can say, you know, hey, I love those colors. I have a fabric kind of like that at home, so maybe I could do something with it. And I just feel like I've just been really inspired lately to try different types of projects. So I have a few things in the works. Obviously, this week I published a video on making lace butterflies with my embroidery machine. So if you haven't checked that out, it was a really fun video to make. And this upcoming week, I'm going to be publishing a video on what I did with the butterflies, which is make a noodlehead poolside tote. But yeah, I just love all the colors. I've noticed yellow, aqua, pink, coral, just really punchy colors. And I really am liking that. Another place that I've gone, of course, we all love going to the store, is Target. So Target has a new kind of brand called Opal House. And I'm really liking some of their branded stuff. They've got, of course, like that, you know, Hearth and Hand, you know, Chip and Joanna Gaines line going on. They've got, I think Project 62, which I did actually buy a set of towels there. They're a really good place to get towel sets. And I bought a towel set there, and I'm going to embroider it, hopefully with I saw a really cute llama applique design, so I might try it out on the towels. But this is right here. This is from the like home decor section for Opal House, and they had a lot of really cool throw pillows and decor items. I am liking this color combo of the green, like the natural color, the orange, and then like the pink. I just think it goes really well together, and I love walking through these stores and just seeing what they all have, because even if you're not buying all this stuff, you can at least get something out of it by, you know, putting the colors together or seeing what what is kind of in now, so that you can kind of make sure that your sewing projects are also, something that would kind of be like you could get in a store, so you get I like when people mistake my stuff for something from a high-end store. Not that Target is super high-end, although some of the stuff Target has is getting kind of pricey, so there's that. But I've just been really having a lot of fun. And if you are in Tampa, you really need to go to Hyde Park Village. Really fun. They've got a lot of really cool little restaurants and shops. And I went to this new Italian bakery and got a really mega cup of coffee. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a good week. I wasn't even sure what we were going to talk about this week, but as I was kind of going to these places, I just felt like it was maybe a good topic just to maybe share tips and also share what trends, colors, prints, what are you loving this year? What sticks out to you? I'm kind of liking the floral that's coming back. I think that's pretty cool. And I have a lot of fabrics that I think would be good for some sewing projects. So I'm just and I love, especially with those anthropology items, just to see how they put all those fabrics together. So I'm getting a lot of ideas. I need to order some pom-pom trim because apparently I do not have enough pom-pom trim, so we'll see how that goes. Llamas, unicorns. I'm seeing a lot of really fun stuff, so I'm really excited to sew up some projects once I get these shirts done, because I'm telling you, they're taking me forever. Like, I'm so slow. And then I had to redo a section today. For the shoulder seam, I managed to set in a sleeve flat, which I was impressed with myself. And then I was gonna do kind of a mock flat felt seam, so I serged the seam, and then I was gonna, kind of do a little top stitching to keep it in place. But I needed to serge it a little closer to the seam because that was not working out. So I spent like an hour seam ripping 2 shoulder seams. So that was a lot of fun, and I felt like I was kind of having a setback because I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a lot more done. And every time I think I'm going to get something done with this project, I just have some sort of step that's like a setback, and it slows me down. So hopefully I can get some pretty good headway done on this shirt tonight. There's no Game of Thrones on tonight. They are putting out apparently like a documentary on the last season. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if there's a lot of Game of Thrones fans out there, but yeah, I will say I was kind of disappointed with the series finale. 8 seasons building up for that, and that was a little bit, yeah. If you do, I don't want to, all right, you've had a week to watch the show. If you have not gotten on board yet, there is going to be the spoiler alert, so if you don't want to be spoiled, or you don't want to, you haven't seen it yet, honestly, if you haven't seen it yet, that's your problem, but I'll talk about the finale. So it ends up with, in the very first episode, there's this kid that gets thrown out a window, and at the end, so they spent 8 seasons squabbling and fighting and going to war over who's going to sit on this iron throne, which honestly doesn't look very comfortable. It's a throne made of metal swords, so I don't know who would want to sit on that. Also, Westeros, they've got some problems. We think we've got some political issues here in the United States or wherever you're living. They ain't got nothing on Westeros. So 8 seasons, and they make Bran the king, the kid who gets thrown out the window, and he becomes crippled from the accident. So he spends 8 seasons pretty much being wheeled around in a wheelchair or being pulled around in a sled. They make that kid the king. Now, if they had built up the story more, or maybe explained more why he should be the king, maybe I would have been more on board with it. But overall, I was just very... It's not that he being the king is the problem. It's just that there would have been so much more. There would have been a countless amount of endings that would have made more sense than that. I don't know. Apparently they're making a prequel. I might check that out. We'll see. My husband was so disillusioned with the final episode. He didn't even watch all the way through. He said he checked out when Brienne was writing in her quote unquote little book. So I don't know. But if you saw the finale, what did you think? Were you disappointed? Were you cool with it? And also, what kind of ending would you have wanted to see? I follow Reddit a lot, and I saw a good comment. Someone said they should have ended the show, because at the end, so there's dragons on this show. Of course, there's not dragons in real life, but they're dragons. They're fictional dragons on this TV show because it's set in like a world that's not here. So I thought someone commented that they thought it would have been cool to end the show showing, so there's one dragon left and everyone's like, where did the dragon go? It would have been cool to end with a shot of the dragon going to like nest with like this area with like a bunch of other dragons. That actually would have been cool ending. And that might have been the Bran is king thing a little bit more okay, but I don't know. I don't know. I think, I was watching, if you guys haven't checked out the H3 podcast, it's really funny. And I thought Ethan Klein's breakdown of Game of Thrones was pretty spot on. But yeah, anyways, if you're not a Game of Thrones fan, I'm sorry for this tangent, but I just had to talk about it. But I don't know. Game of Thrones, apparently the guys who made the show, the producers, they wanted to leave to do Star Wars. They kind of checked out early. I think it definitely showed in the work, so that was a little, I will say that was a little bit disappointing. Anyways, let's get back to some sewing stuff. I see a few comments about getting where you get some sewing inspiration. Hello everyone watching. Oh, wow, we got Arizona, Michigan. Okay, so Jamie, which by the way, we're going to talk about something Jamie's doing, so please stay tuned because it's a lot of fun. We got Utah here. And Carla, yes, I'm curious to see what they do with the prequel because they didn't explain a lot. Like, they didn't explain more about the First Men or the Children of the Forest. I was left wanting for a lot of information and they just did not provide it. So maybe, I'm curious to see how the prequel goes. I hope it has somewhat near the production value. I mean, I gotta give them credit. The production value of Game of Thrones for season 8 was incredible. It's just the storyline, in my opinion, sucked. So, anyways, sorry. Spoiler alert is over. I was very frustrated, and now I don't have anything to watch on Sunday nights. I do like the show Silicon Valley. I need to catch up on that. Also, we're going to talk about Asian dramas, because that's what I've been watching while I've been sewing. But let's read some comments. Okay, so, all right, Olive Oil, Ola from the South Bronx. Hello, hello. So Sodium is here. She likes World Market and Pier 1. Those are good suggestions. Oh, also, you know what other stores I like to look at are Crate and Barrel and West Elm. And what's the other store? Was it just Crate and Barrel? There are a lot of home stores that I do like just to look at, just to see sewing inspiration. Oh, sorry. Okay, yes, the Target picture is... Woo, okay. Yeah, the Target picture is still up. Okay, anyways. All right, so now that you've seen a Target store for like 5 minutes while I ranted about Game of Thrones, that was a lot of fun. Yes. Okay, yeah, Jamie, I agree. I think Game of Thrones was definitely way too rushed. All right, Carla is from Alabama. Hello, Carla. Okay. And Stacy, thank you for the heads up on the Target picture. So I've got this, I use this software to do this live stream, and then I have to hit a button to transition out to the next shot. Hey, you know what? I'm human, right? So while I've been sewing this week, okay, so first of all, Jamie, while you're here, I want to share this because our girl Jamie, who is a member of the Sewing Report Squad, it's not like a club or anything, it's more just something I call people who watch the show or follow my channel. But Jamie she's got some videos. She has a YouTube channel and she has been doing something kind of cool. So let me bring this up. Jamie has created a video. It's a yoga for people who sew. So I believe it's kind of exercises that help. Oh, and also Jamie, love that you're rocking the Game of Thrones t-shirt. So this is Dr. Jamie Carson, and she's been watching my channel for a while, and we've interacted a lot. She's a very nice lady. She's also a very talented sewist, and she does a lot of fun projects. So definitely check this out. So she did, she's got some, let's see here. So these are exercises for people like you and me. And this video is linked in the cards, and it's also linked in the description box. So this is yoga poses. Jamie, I gotta be honest with you, this is something I need, but probably not something, but I'm gonna need to get some motivation to get my butt in gear, because I'm pretty lazy person. So we'll see. But this could be good for me. But it's exercises to, you know, because when you sew, you're doing a lot of the same, like, you're sitting on a chair a lot of the time. But yeah, my neck does tend to get kind of strained, and I don't know, sometimes you can feel a little stiff. Right now I'm actually sitting like cross-legged. Yeah, I don't know why, but Jamie, thank you for sharing this with us. And if you have anything cool you want to share sewing related, feel free to comment in the description box. Let me know what you're doing. If there's a link to something, feel free to share, and I might feature it in a future episode of our Sunday night Sewing Report live show. But Jamie looks like you look like you're in really good shape, girl. So also, I like that room. It looks very zen, and it looks way neater than any of my rooms. So obviously, yeah, I've got like a dehumidifier in the back. Those look like really good exercises, and they look kind of easy. I might try that, and I will report back if I do, because I could definitely use some physical fitness in my life, so I don't die at age like 50, which could theoretically happen, because I don't exercise and I eat really bad. So that's I'm probably not winning right now. But Jamie, thank you for sharing this, and check out Jamie's channel. She's trying to do more yoga videos for sewists, so I think that's awesome, and I think it's definitely needed. I mean, my exercise routine is like going to check the mail, so I don't know, maybe you could use sewing machines as like dumbbells or something, and you know, I don't know, do something along those lines. That could be kind of fun. Also, I got some emails this week. So not to enable your fabric buying, but I saw some really cool sales that I wanted to share. So the first one is from Fashion Fabrics Club, which is a great website to get fabric. They have really great prices, and they've got it's kind of like like some sort of overstock site, so the selection changes a lot. But this week I was looking at some of their sales. They've got a sale on gauze fabric, home deck fabric, lace. Ooh, I need to check that out. Active and swimwear, that one they had a lot. They also sell remnants, but I've shopped here before and I really like the quality. Also, the prices the prices are incredible. So I'm a fan, and oh my gosh. All right, we need to look at this lace. All right, I'm gonna click this right here. Maybe we'll do a little fabric. Oh, I wonder, oh, they've got lots. Oh, look at all this stuff. Oh, all right, oh, this purple is really pretty. Lots of pretty stuff. And look how, like, $5 a yard, $4 a yard. Oh my gosh. So they're having a sale, free shipping on $79 or more. But this is a great website for finding kind of unique fabric. It's not like run-of-the-mill stuff, and the quality of the stuff I've ordered has been really good. I actually need to sew up I bought a bunch of fabric from them, but I haven't actually sewn most of it up. So I'm probably not going to order anything during this sale because I need to use what I have. But if you are looking for some really great apparel fabrics, Fashion Fabrics Club, and the other one I want to show you that's having a great sale is Fabric Wholesale Direct. That's another site that I've shopped that I really like, and they are having a Memorial Day sale. So they're doing $10 off $40 or more, and their prices are already incredible to begin with. So that is always a good thing. So all right, let's check this out. Hold on a sec. So Fabric Wholesale Direct, I got an email, so this isn't on the homepage, but until tomorrow, if you buy $40 worth or more, if you use the coupon code Memorial Day 2019, you get $10 off. I'm actually thinking about, because that's a really great deal. I haven't seen a sale like that from them in a while. And there are actually some fabrics on here. Like there's a specific project I'm thinking about doing. And I would really, and also their selection on this site has really, expanded since I've last ordered from here. So they've got all kinds of cool fabric. They've got like this ripstop fabric that's cool. Stretch taffeta I have purchased, and it's really nice. You can also pre-wash it. And it's really like crisp and cool, and it's a little stretchy. So this is a fun one. It's $3.99 a yard. So like say you ordered 10 yards of this and you spent 40 bucks, you would get $10 off. So again, this is not on the homepage, but it was in an email promotion. Coupon code Memorial Day 2019, any order of $40 or more. I think this is a really good deal. And they've got some, this is like, I do kind of need to order some stuff from here because there is a very specific project. But they have a lot of fun stuff. They've got knit fabrics, they've got swimwear. And also like you can kind of see, I really like on this site that what they do is they show you a video of what the fabric looks like. Here, I'll show you. So that you can kind of see the hand of it, and also you can see if it's like if it's a little bit more transparent, you can see how opaque it is. And I think that's a really good thing to offer. The only thing that I wish they did offer is they don't really say, okay, oh good, this does say machine wash and dry. So like sometimes on this site it is a little hard to see like what if it's wash and dry or if it's like dry clean only. Also, I like that they post customer photos. And another thing is they have a really cool like referral rewards program. So I'm in it and I'm linked below if you are shopping there. Like for every customer referral, like for every person that gets referred by you, you get like some rewards points. And also if you post a review, you also get rewards points. So for every review you post with like a photo, you get like, I think it's like 250 or 500 points. So and some of the stuff, and this is another good place for inspiration because, oh my gosh, that's so cute. You can see what people are making with the fabric. That is, oh my gosh, that is so cool looking. Clearly they used, and I have some of the crystal organza fabric, and that's also really cool looking. Let me show you to you. So I actually did purchase this. I have not used it yet. I know. But this $1.99. It's 59 to 60 inches wide. Really pretty colors, and you can do a lot with it. But and also again, here's the video where they show you. And I really like that they do this. I think it really helps when you're shopping for fabric, so you can see what it's like to work with. Oh my gosh! And the customer photos. Oh my gosh, how fun is that? This looks like they might have used like fishing line to do like that curly end, but that looks so, I do want to kind of make something like that. I don't know where I would wear it, but this looks like fun. But I really like looking at oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. I like looking at the customer photos just because they're fun to, I want to make a shirt. Now this makes me want to make a shirt like that. Again, another place for inspiration. But I really, look at these photos. Oh, I love seeing what people are making. This is so fun. But yeah, fabric wholesale direct this weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Yes, and I keep forgetting it's Memorial Day weekend because I don't really celebrate holidays because I'm boring and I don't know. Guess that's just how I am. I don't know, but that's a lot of fun sales going on that I wanted to share. So not to enable your fabric buying, but if you are looking for fabric, there are a lot of sales going on. Also, fabric.com, they've been having some really good stuff too. So I'm really, actually there is something that I need to, they have like this really cool like spa minky fabric that I want to get, but it's out of stock. So I'm gonna try to wait for it. Oh, and it looks like, all right, let me go there too, because it looks like they're having a sale. Also, who isn't having it? Like there's a sale for everything apparently. So fabric.com is having 20% off site-wide on any order of $100 or more. So it's actually a really good sale too. So also I love how they have the same coupon code as Fabric Wholesale Direct. So apparently anywhere if you type in code Memorial Day 2019, you'll probably get something off there. That is kind of funny. So, but they've been getting some good stuff too. So I don't know, it's been hard. I haven't bought fabric in a while. I still haven't bought fabric since like the end of 2017. But this is looking kind of appealing. I did place an order today for Wawak sewing because I ordered buttons there, and then I ordered some like elastic and some random stuff there. So for this shirt I'm making, I didn't want to have like white buttons since it's a men's shirt, so I ordered smoke buttons. So it's like a dark gray. I think it'll look really cool. And I'm really excited. So the deal is with this is that, so my stepfather, last year he had a double lung transplant. And because of the surgery, he lost a lot of weight. So he's very thin, and his size has obviously changed quite a bit since, before the surgery. He's doing a little bit better. Things were kind of touch and go for a while. So that was one of the things that, like, I know last year I did a video just about some personal things like the cat dying, and that was the other thing. So he's able to walk, he's able to drive. So things are looking about like as good as it can be for a transplant patient. He'll always have some health issues, and he has to take like an insane amount of medicine every day. But part of being a transplant patient and survivor is that they have to be very careful about germs and about cleanliness. So my stepdad used to he used to buy all of his clothes from like thrift stores and stuff, but he can't really do that anymore just because of the potential risk. So he can't be around sick people. He has to wear, like, for a long time he had to wear like a mask around if you went out in public. But again, he's not going to watch this show. So I'm not spoiling anything. But so he has to buy his clothes new. So I thought it would be kind of fun to make him a couple shirts he could wear, that are custom made for him. So I'm doing a little monogram, so hopefully he'll like them, because he doesn't buy a lot of new clothes. So this is kind of a new thing for him. So I'm really excited. I think it'll be a fun project. Plus he's kind of like, he and my husband are kind of about the same size now. So maybe I can have my husband James try them on to maybe work out some fit issues. So I'm kind of guesstimating, but this pattern's M6044. It's a pretty decent pattern so far. And I'm mostly following the instructions as is, but I'm kind of doing my own thing for a couple parts. But that's what I've been shooting this week, and it's taken me a really long time because I'm slow and I don't make a lot of shirts. But making a shirt is not as bad as you would think. Like, it's not as difficult as you would think. It's a lot of singular steps, but if you follow all the steps and you just kind of be patient and take your time, I feel like this is a project that it's probably not too easy. You're probably not going to mess it up if you just follow the instructions. I did watch a blueprint class on it a while ago. In this shirt, this pattern is a little bit more simplified. There's no yoke on the back. And also, instead of doing a placket, they kind of have the sleeve be two parts so that you don't have to actually sew the placket. Which I made a Vogue pattern that was a women's shirt, and it did have like a bit of you had to like split it and then do the bias bindings. That was kind of difficult, but I'm about halfway through with the shirt. I do need to do the cuffs, the hemming, the collar stand, and then like the button band, and then I'll be good. I know it's still a lot of steps, so anyways, okay. So Carla wants to know how the weather is there. It's like it's probably like 90 something degrees. Carla, how do you repair an accident on a buttonhole? What kind of accident are you referring to? I'm not sure. I have had this happen. If you cut through the buttonhole, obviously you're gonna have some problems. You may need to make like a bigger buttonhole. But yeah, I don't know. That's been a fun one. So I will be doing some videos just on the whole process of shirt making. So while I've been sewing, I've watched a couple Asian dramas, as I mentioned last week. But maybe I'll do like an Asian drama of the week, little segment of this show where I talk about which one I'm watching, because chances are I'm going to be watching an Asian drama at some point. So this week's it's called Princess Hours, and this is a pretty weird show. So this one is set in 2000. It was made in like 2006, and it's Korean. And it says, this beloved K-drama classic set in alternate universe where modern Korea is still ruled by a royal family follows the trials and tribulations of a common high school girl unexpectedly married off to the crown prince. As Chung Young, again, I'm really bad with the pronunciations, tries to find her place at court. She also forges, yeah, I think there's some translation issues here, forges a relationship with her cold, aloof betrothed, his ex-girlfriend, and the cute cousin that wants his crown. So this show, if you have not seen it, it's on Amazon Prime. And it's also on this free site, so I've linked it below. There's a new site I've discovered this week called Viki, and it's this website where you can watch like a bunch of Asian dramas. They have a subscription model for some of they have a paywall, so some of them are free, and then some of them you have to pay extra for as a subscription. But the Princess Hours is free, probably because it's so old. This is like 13 years old. But this show is kind of a trip. So, my initial thoughts on this. So the girl, they're like 19 or something, but somehow they're like still in high school. So that's kind of, I do have some questions about that. But she does sew. So this girl, they go to some high school where like it's like some sort of like artsy design like high school or something. And this girl, like, so she asks, before she moves to the palace, she asks her mom for a sewing machine. Her family's kind of poor, but her mom is an insurance agent. She's not doing very well. So she gets the sewing machine, and she ends up bringing the sewing machine to the palace with her, and she's got her own little room where she can do stuff. So I'm noticing a lot of things about, I don't know if it's like Asian culture or maybe just this show. But so there is some sewing on this show, and I got kind of excited about that. And I was kind of wondering like what she would sew, because at one point you see like a dress form and she's got some sort of dress looking thing on it. But then in another scene, like she's working hard on whatever she's doing, and I was like, what is she making? And then you see her sewing on like a piece of like vinyl. So I'm like, oh, is she making like a DIY photo album or something? No. This is kind of hilarious. She is making she ends up making this like big, like kind of body pillow. So it's like this big, long white, it almost looks like one of those like flag people at like car dealerships. So it's like a very crude stick figure. It's all white, and it's got like arms and legs. So it's like a big body pillow. And then on the head, the vinyl she was sewing is like a little window. So she makes like a little window for these pillow, and there's one on each side. And on one side, she's got a picture of her husband, the arranged marriage dude, and it's got like a picture of him smiling. And then on the other side, it's got a picture of him like frowning or something. So I guess the whole point is that there's like two different sides of this dude. So she can kind of turn it around and make him be happy or sad. And that was kind of funny. I was like, wow, that's a really out there sewing project. So I applaud her for that. But they kind of incorporate this like pillow dummy into a bunch of scenes. So when she's mad at the guy, she like beats up the pillow, or she's like jumping on the pillow. It looks very strange. And then, so yeah, that was her sewing project. I would give her an A for effort, but if you want to check it out, the show, it's like 24 episodes. I'm on like the last one. Also, they seem to be really into teddy bears. I don't know if that's like an Asian thing, but they have like way too many teddy bears throughout this whole show. Like in this palace, they probably have like 100 teddy bears or something. And I guess the prince or whatever, he's got a teddy bear that his grandfather gave him or something. So literally at the end of every episode, they've got they pose teddy bears in costumes that the characters are wearing in the same poses. Like if they were like shaking hands or something at one point, they showed the teddy bears wearing the same outfits, shaking hands. It's very strange, and I don't quite understand that. But these people are really into teddy bears. And that's not even the only Asian drama that I've seen where they're into teddy bears. And then I looked, and in one episode, I was like, the show gets weird. Like, there were a lot of just moments where I was just like, this is kind of strange. So in one like little scene, she is going to a teddy bear museum. And I was like, is there actually a teddy bear museum in Korea? And yes, there is. So I was like, that's kind of wild. So if you kind of like weird shows that are set in the mid-2000s, this is for you. If you like shows like Beverly Hills 90210, you like soap operas, you like Full House and like 90s sitcoms, Asian dramas would be up your alley. There's a ton of them out. There's probably like thousands of them. And what I like about them is that they don't go on for like ever. So it'll be 16 episodes and that's it. So it's kind of a good bit. They're great to binge because you can watch one in a couple days and then move on to the next one. You're not like committed for 3 months. Like it's not like watching Lost or something. And these are a lot more like fun and lighthearted. Like they're not typically too much of a downer. So if you want something that's just kind of fun, the only thing about them is that because it's subtitled, you do have to watch the screen. So it's a little bit harder to do while you're sewing. For some sewing tasks, if you have to look at what you're doing, just because you do have to look at, you're like, okay, what are they saying now? But on the upside, for the Princess Hours, the subtitles are so big, you can see them from across the room. So while I'm like ironing or, doing something that doesn't require too much mental effort, I can watch this. Also, I can watch it while I'm doing other stuff. The good thing is you don't really need the volume on it since it's subtitled, but this is a pretty funny, it's just a funny show, and I just thought I don't know, the sewing aspect is just kind of hilarious. Also, the fashion on these things tend to be really like kind of, interesting. I'll say interesting. Like the guys on this show, like they all have like that like early Justin Bieber hair where it kind of flips over their face. I mean, I have to keep reminding myself this was 2006, but this is kind of a weird show. I would like to get Asian drama recommendations. If you have any for me, let me know. A caveat: our Netflix was just canceled this week. We just decided we weren't going to use it anymore, so I can't really watch anything on Netflix. But if it's on Amazon Prime or on this website Viki, I'm game. Because I'm looking for more of these things. I already saw like a few more that I'm interested in. So that's what I'm going to do next. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Carla says, I'm still hurting from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. That was kind of a down. The end of that one was kind of a downer from what I recall. Yeah, that was one of those things where you're like, yeah. Carla says, I bawled my eyes and tears out. Yeah. That was not a happy ending to the movie. So, yeah. I don't know. And Carla, okay, I see your earlier comment too about overcutting the size. If I don't know how to fix that, if someone else has any suggestions, let me know. I don't know if there's a way you can like maybe patch it up or something and maybe redo it. I don't know. There's gotta be a way, right? But yeah, Asian dramas, man, they are where it's at. And again, I did not grow up in Asia. My parents are not Asian, so this is all kind of new to me. But I've noticed like there's so many like weird things about Asian culture that I didn't know, where I'm like, okay. So Jamie recommends Gentleman Jack on HBO. I've not heard of that. And I do have HBO is one thing we do have. We do not have cable. We have the internet. We have internet service. I've got Amazon Prime and HBO. And now I've got access to Viki. So what more do I need? And I'll show you the Viki website because it is pretty cool. You can also sort by like a lot of different genres. You can look for the most popular. So I have signed up. I'm in it to win it. And let me show you some. So yeah, so I've got a profile and everything. I'm all ready for. I know this is getting kind of sad, isn't it? So. And I started following some stuff. Okay, so I started following some shows that I'm interested in watching. So this is kind of this is probably what I'm looking at here. And these are all free. Also, you can see like the rating and you can see like, you can kind of see like what people are doing. I think this is probably going to be my next one up. This is about a girl that goes like, she's an actress and she goes undercover as a secretary at a law firm. That sounds promising. So there's a lot of them that I'm interested in. So if you have not seen this Viki site, man, it is worth checking out. You can see, yeah, and I don't know, I don't have the premium pass, but maybe if I get really into this, maybe that's something I'll look into. But you can really see what other people are watching, what's popular. I'm just seeing a lot of. Also, I think you can watch. Okay, all right. If you have not seen Full House. Not the American Full House. This is Korean Full House. This one was hilarious. This one was they're really campy and they're very like ridiculous. So the plot lines won't make a lot of sense. You know, obviously, you know, whatever, it's a TV show. But this one I would definitely recommend if you're, this is probably one of like the OG Asian dramas, Full House. And yeah, it was this one was a good time. Also, this one had questionable men's fashion in particular. But notice like this haircut was apparently very popular in Korea in the mid 2000s or something. Yeah, I think this was made in 2004. This one was hilarious. And yeah, I don't know. There are a lot of, these things are just a lot of fun to watch. They're kind of mindless. You don't have to put a lot of like, there's not a lot of mental energy, and they usually end somewhat happy. There's not a lot of like, you know, not a lot of like, it's even the plot lines where there's like a bad guy, they make someone like, the villain is always super obvious, and they always kind of wrap that up. So it's a good time. I'm telling you, I'm kind of obsessed. There's a, you know, every time they do a slow-mo wrist grab or something, I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. Okay, so I was checking out the Instagram account to see if anyone used hashtag Sewing Report Squad, and we've got one. It's from Sodium, who I believe was watching or currently is watching, not sure if you're still there, but she posted a picture of her serger. All right, she's got the same one I do, the Brother 1034D. So very cool picture. So thank you for sharing. And if you would like to use hashtag Sewing Report Squad, you may also be featured on a future episode. Very cool. Oh, how cool. All right. And yes, I do have a few videos about the serger. I kind of want to make some more too. And now I finally got my serger out of the box after moving. And I used my serger for the first time in probably 6 months. I haven't done a lot of clothing lately. And as I mentioned this year, I kind of want to do more sewing as gifts. So for the most part, I'm sewing things for other people and not for myself, because I don't need stuff, yo. Yeah. Got some Diet Coke here. It's a good day. Or actually, I think this is technically Pepsi Max, but I'm not picky about which cola I drink. But anyways, guys, thank you for hanging in here. I don't know what I'm going to do after this. I need to finish up this shirt and try to finish up Princess Hour, since I've only got one episode left to go. This one was longer too. It was like 24 episodes. And some of the reviews were saying that the storyline gets slow at the end, and I would agree with that. It's a little slow going towards the end. And I'm excited to move on to something else. I think that the ones on Vicky look really good. So that's probably next on this. But let me know, what are you guys working on? What did you get done this week sewing wise? Did you finish anything? Did you start a project? Are you sewing right now? Let me know what you're doing, and also what you're excited about. But lots of fun hanging out, and I'm probably going to try to get some more work done on this shirt and maybe eat some pizza. That's probably on the agenda. Yeah, I don't know. Now that there's no Game of Thrones, it feels weird. Like, this just feels like, it feels like I need to get ready to go do something, but there's nothing to do. But yeah, so, and also if you have a suggestion for next week's show and a topic you want to talk about or get to, also feel free to leave any suggestions or thoughts. Very open to them. Obviously, you can see, yeah, things are a little bit messy over here, and that is a dehumidifier because it's very humid here. So we're just having fun. I'm probably going to be trying to finish this shirt up. I got to eat something. And this week I got to try to start editing some of these shirt videos. So if you are looking to make some shirts, you will hopefully be very much liking this channel, because there's going to be a bunch of videos about garment making and shirts. So that is what is on the agenda for me this week. Hopefully I can get these done. I got to get my buttons in the mail, and then I need to start editing like a plethora of videos. Anyways, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. All right, let's see if there's more comments. Okay, Death Note. Okay, that sounds interesting. All right, let me Google that real quick. Is that an Asian drama? Death Note. Okay, that sounds very, like, mysterious. Oh. All right, so is this a show or is this a movie? And how do I watch it? Is this on Viki? All right, Jamie's making a yoga top. All right, and Carla says, which is the better serger, Baby Lock or the one I have? Obviously, Baby Lock is sort of the Cadillac of sergers. I've used one before at a workshop. It was great. Obviously, there are some price differences. So, and I'm not like I'm not really a sewing machine brand snob. I think there are different machines for different people, and some people like certain brands and other people don't. And I think that's okay. So, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, I think if a Baby Lock is in your price range and you like the features they have, I think go for it. But I will say the Brother, so I've owned the Brother serger for like 4 years. I have not had one problem with it. I've not had to have it serviced. It's $200. So as far as the value goes, I think the Brother is a great machine. Obviously, some of the more fancy sergers have more bells and whistles. But I don't really need anything more than what I have. So I think it's great, and I can personally attest to getting a lot of great use on it. Ooh. So Jamie says, Netflix did a live-action Death Note. Oh, man, but there may have been an anime. Okay, and I just got rid of Net. And I was trying to watch as much Netflix as I could before my subscription ran out. So that was a lot of fun. All right, Anna's here, and she's working on a banner for a friend's baby shower. Woohoo! That sounds like fun. Everyone's got some fun sewing projects. Anyways, guys, thank you for hanging out and watching. And I'll be back next week with more of a report on the Asian drama scene. Because I'm going to be reporting back. I will be your correspondent for everything Asian dramas. Anna, has anyone started making Christmas gifts? Yeah, good reminder. I think we all... You know what? I know it kind of seems early. It's not early. It's never too early to start making Christmas gifts. So that's a good reminder because I definitely need to get started on that myself too. If I want to try to make some gifts this year. I'm always behind with the sewing. Again, I'm trying to work on Father's Day currently because, yeah. But I'm actually kind of early. I think if I can get these buttons in and those are all good, then I should be good to go. So, but I do want to do kind of a series too on like easy Christmas gifts you can make, easy gifts. So we'll see with that. All right, Carla's gonna go with the Brother. And again, I've used Baby Lock. I like Baby Lock. I just know that like the Brothers are very affordable, so that's why I tend to go for the Brother. I also and that's another thing is that I don't really want to recommend a machine that I don't have a lot of experience with. So I have a lot of experience with the Eversewn machines. So that's why I do recommend those to beginners. I have a lot of experience with the Brother serger and the Brother embroidery machine, and I have a Janome. So all of those brands are solid, but I also think it depends, like certain models are going to feel better to you. Sort of like, again, it's a very personal decision. So just because someone else likes one brand doesn't mean you are going to. Anna says, all right, on the Christmas gifts, I always tend to start early, but always finish by Christmas Eve. That's about right. All right, we got Arnold here, new to embroidery. Hello, Arnold. And yeah, so every Sunday we do this. I do a live stream. We're going to chit chat. We're going to talk about random, pretty much anything that I find related to sewing or making. I'll chat about maybe we could do some hot topics. And again, I do really want to talk about Asian dramas because I'm obsessed with them. So we have a lot of fun. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next week. Don't forget Instagram, #SewingReportSquad. You may be featured on the next live stream. And yeah, I'm starting to kind of lose my voice, so I'm probably going to go. But thank you as always, and I will be seeing you guys next week. Same time, same place, and yeah, and I'll see you guys again next week. Have a good one, and happy sewing to everybody.